Shalom Aleichem, peace be unto you, to all my friends at the Rogue Valley Manor. It's an honor to be addressing you today. This is an extraordinary period of time, we all know, something none of us have ever experienced in our lifetimes. A pandemic that has caused us all to stay in place, to stay in our homes, to practice sanitary practices at a very extreme level. And yet we know, with all the suffering that's going on, with all the illness, with the death that's going on now and will continue to go on until this pandemic ends or goes into retreat, God willing, very, very soon, there are blessings in disguise. And we don't want to cover over the suffering by counting our blessings. But it's important to realize that there are ways that our families have come together in ways that they haven't before. There are ways that our communities have come together in ways that they haven't before. As a congregational rabbi, I've been leading services on our Sabbath, on our Shabbats, and our Passover Seder online. Never thought I would be doing that. So it's a blessing to be able to be with community. In our services, we have people coming from all over the country, all over the world. In our Passover Seder, community Seder, we had people from as far away as Jerusalem joining us Seder. I have to count those blessings. And I also have to count the blessings in the way that in our nation, our medical workers and our grocery workers and the truck drivers and those who are delivering food and serving food to us have brought us so many riches, so many blessings. And it's a moment that we appreciate that. At the same time, interestingly, in terms of our environment, that the earth has never been so free of pollution than it's been since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. And we pray we can get back to some normal, but maybe even a new normal with a new awakened sense of our interconnectedness as a world. The virus knows no borders and is, in a deep sense, brought the world closer together, realizing all countries in the world, we're all in this together. Now, as we all know, in great religions like Judaism and Islam and Christianity and Hinduism and Buddhism, there is always an explanation for the ritual practices that relate to the season itself. So, for example, as the Lenten season finished, and Palm Sunday was celebrated last week, and Good Friday and Easter coming up, we know that there's a celebration that out of death, out of what happens on Good Friday, is a resurrection, comes or something new. In Judaism, it's a parallel story. It's a different story. Our story is slavery leads to liberation. But nevertheless, the two stories, our story, the Jewish story of slavery leading to liberation, and the Christian story of death leading to resurrection, are both springtime stories, because they all have to do with renewal. The resurrection, so to speak, we could see it all around us in the beauty of spring, the beauty of the weather that we've been having and experiencing at this time. So I really want to bless all our friends, Jewish, Christian, religious, non-religious. It doesn't matter, for a time of a period of healing and reflection, and to realize that we have so much more in common than separates us. And maybe that, too, is part of the blessing in disguise. You know, in the high holiday period of time in Judaism, it's in the autumn, and this is where we do self-reflection. In Christianity, that self-reflection is done in the Lenten season. They're both, in Judaism and Christianity, about 40-day periods of time. So they parallel each other and they balance each other. The Jewish religion celebrates the high holidays with internal introspection, what we call cheshbon nefesh, taking an inventory of our lives, just like our Christian brothers and sisters do in the Lenten season. Hanukkah and Christmas, there are two different stories. In Christianity, of course, it's the birth of the Christian Messiah, and in Judaism, it's the defeat of the enemies of the Jewish people in ancient Israel. Yet both of those stories have to do with bringing light into darkness. So as different as Christianity are, they balance each other and give us an opportunity to celebrate the beauty and the unique differences that we have. Vive la différence, for sure. We're different, we're unique. We shouldn't be the same, we're not the same. And the beauty of the holidays, however we celebrate them, is because it creates a time when we could see that the season that we're in has meaning. So right now it's sunny outside, spring is here, there's renewal, there's resurrection, there's springtime beauty all around us. And I bless us all as we're praying for those with coronavirus, And we're praying for the souls of all those whose lives have been lost to also take stock of what we're grateful for. What are you grateful for? For me, I'm grateful for my family, and yet I yearn to be able to hug my grandchildren. What do you yearn for? What are you grateful for? It's a paradox, and we're living in a time of great paradox. And yet, more than ever in my lifetime, and probably your lifetimes as well, have we seen this kind of coming together of people from different faiths, of no faiths, of different nations of the world, working together to defeat this coronavirus. That, I believe, is the deep meaning of Passover. That, I believe, is the deep meaning of Easter this year, is that out of something tragic, out of something terrible, slavery in Judaism, death of the Christian Messiah on Good Friday for Christians, to something reawakening, to a resurrection, to a liberation. Different stories, but the same parallel energies. So I bless us all to celebrate this spring, to take stock of what we're grateful for in our lives. And I want to bless everybody at the Rogue Valley Manor for staying healthy, for good health, and may we come out of this pandemic stronger as a community and also stronger within ourselves, within our families. And God bless each one of you. Thank you.